ladies and nerds. Welcome to tonight's episode of You Don't Even Cosplay Jeopardy, a game show where we like to dress up, nerd out, and win some prizes. Okay? Now, I'm Pree, not to be confused with Steve Harvey, because I look quite much better. Okay? And I will be your host tonight. Now, folks at home, you ready? All right. Hit the track, Doug. Yeah. And we have 3 wonderful contestants tonight. Let's meet them and their cosplays. Starting with the vampire queen herself, Marceline, cosplayed by the wonderful Monia, all the way from Atlanta, Georgia. Give it up. Next up, we have one of Disney's sweethearts, okay? One of your goofy gals, Roxanne, cosplayed by a YDEC newcomer, all the way from Palmdale, California, Frankie. Give it up, y'all. Give it up. The only time you're gonna be able to do it. Last but not least, leaping off the comic book pages straight to this web, Black Widow herself. Woo! Cosplayed by Ryder from Austin, Texas. Okay? Now that we've seen who's playing, let's get to the game. And first up, we have Monia on the hot seat. All right? Now, folks, this game, however, is controlled by you. Okay? You will be picking which category the players will be playing. Right? So, vote now down below so we can figure out which category Monia right here will be playing. Okay? Let's start the show.
What's up, y'all? It's Mo. This is me and my cosplay that you guys voted on last episode. This is my personal take of the one and only Garnet. So I hope you guys like it. Let me come over here, get comfortable so I can sit and chat with y'all. Yes, little Garnet GIF, super cute. Hold on. All right, and also be sure to stay till the end of the show so you can vote on my next look, all right? So anyways, welcome to You Don't Even Cosplay, episode 2. Today we're going to be talking about what cosplaying is like for Black, plus size, trans, and non-binary folks, and looking back at some of the messed up stereotypes that some of our favorite TV shows still managed to put into their shows, right? So the conversation in this episode is one that got started with the hashtag #CosplayingWhile, a space on Twitter where people with marginalized identities share their experiences in the cosplay community. My goal today is to dive into what cosplaying while looks like for a lot of us, and hopefully move closer to a place where every cosplayer can be celebrated. But first, let's see what category you guys chose. Let's see. Okay, y'all chose the caucasity. All right, well, let's get into it. You don't even cosplay. I'll take the caucasity for 400, Steve.
If this is Gandalf the White people would call this...
What is an orc?
Not quite, buddy. Go for it, Monia.
What is an orc color?
That's what I meant. It was totally implied.
Orcs are people too. Okay. Frankie, next question is yours. Which category will you be picking?
I'll go with... Since not even our favorite fantasy worlds and animated universes can escape the question of race, the cosplay community is definitely not your white dude who voted for Obama's post-racial fantasy. There are a lot of problems with how we all perceive race, both on and off screen. For example, race bending is a term used for brown people by cosplay gatekeepers, who seem to believe that the live-action version of somebody with the last name Yagami would look like this in real life. But, you know, this kind of thing has been happening for years, both with animated characters and the people who try to bring them to real life. But why? Why? Well, to try and make some sort of sense of it, we're gonna have to go back to the beginning. Okay, y'all, that's too far. Not that beginning. For real. Not that beginning, but she cute though, whoever made that. All right, pull up the other picture. We gonna start there, because that actually works. Okay, what do Gamora from the Guardians of the Galaxy and Starfire from Teen Titans have in common? They're both expressly non-human animated characters who were cast as women of color in their TV and film adaptations. And everybody has something to say about it. But why? We don't have a space force, but we still have to colonize the stars some way. Why do we assume literal green and orange people from space would still somehow be white in real Earth life? We can see this phenomenon all the way from line art to animation. Take Avatar: The Last Airbender, for instance. Would you be blown away if I told you not a single person in this show was white? Probably not. I mean, look at their clothes, their money, their houses. So why were almost all of the characters cast as white in the 2010 live-action movie? Even with all these obvious examples of Asian culture in the source material, the production team still couldn't get it right. Maybe this was because Katara and Sokka, who are supposed to be of indigenous descent, were drawn with Caucasian features in the original animation. The same thing happened with Princess Tiana's transition from 2D to 3D in Wreck-It Ralph 2. Someone actually had to start an online campaign just to get this girl her curls back. And I know what you're going to say about Avatar. It's an American TV show. That was so 2005. Oh, I would have voted for Obama 3 times if I could have. But this is Nickelodeon we're talking about. We should expect more. Nick was always the edgier, sexier cousin network to the Disney machine. I mean, look at Danny Phantom. His little hair swoop was practically pornographic compared to that little kiss we got on Hannah Montana. But not even Nick could escape the pressure to whitewash and westernize the features of some of our favorite characters. All that slime was just a cover-up to distract us. It's a big green conspiracy. Those Nick executives were the slimy ones all along. So let's look at our results. Looks like it said, can y'all bring it back up for me real quick? No sliding. All right, no sliding, let's do it.
I'll go with no sliding for 200, Steve.
All right. Finish this DM. You're so hot. Oh, Lord. You're so hot that blank Poison Ivy cosplay.
What is cool? What is courageous?
No, that's not it, Frankie.
Clever, creative, celestial?
Unfortunately, not. No. The correct answer is chocolate. What? Doug? What the? Not again. What? Huh? What is this? Chocolate? Come on, chocolate. Chocolate. The hell wrong with you? What type of people y'all asking?
If Instagram is the club, your DMs are the back alley. It's where creeps feel like they can pop up and say something gross like, ooh, I wish that skirt on that Sailor Moon cosplay was a little higher. Or something super creative like, titties. Some people, and by some people, I pretty much mean some of the people who are men, take us expressing ourselves and celebrating the characters we love online as some sort of invitation to discuss our bodies. Okay, here is a message to some people. Please stop and go wait behind the dumpster, wherever that is digitally. Facebook Messenger, I guess. And when we start going back to normal life offline, where everything is in 3D and we can be in a room together, remember the golden rule. Cosplay is not consent. Cue the music, Doug.
Cosplay's not consent, and I have to vent. I can see those pranks you do in that devil suit aren't leaving people amused. Undressed as Mystique, not your fantasy. Don't make a big deal on your knees, calling me a queen. I'm here for the con scene. Don't care
Yes, I've read the comics for 100, Steve.
Oh boy. Looks like you triggered the bonus question, all right? And whoever gets this question correct will receive a special, fabulous mystery prize, all right? What's the name of Wonder Woman's lasso? Oh, dang. Flash 1 and Flash 2 over here with the speed. you see that, Doug? Couldn't even have time to breathe. All right, Frankie, let's see what you got.
What is lasso of truth?
You got it. And your special bonus prize is a fabulous customer voucher for one size for all costumes, where they like to make costumes that fit everyone.
What the hell? I'm not gonna be able to fit this. One size definitely does not fit all.
Yeah, it'll fit me, huh? Shit. Well, next question.
How could Wonder Woman ever be fat? I don't know. How does she remember where she parked her invisible jet? Does it matter? Superhero cosplays allow us to transform just like the character does with the costume, no matter what's underneath. Some people might think superhero costumes are ridiculous, but imagine Wonder Woman running around in a gray pantsuit instead of sparkles. Who the hell would take her seriously? She would be like some regular woman who deserves respect in the workplace. One day. But why are people hating on plus-size cosplayers? Part of where these hateful comments may come from is the lack of good representation. This is definitely a problem in anime. Most plus-size characters here are one-dimensional and problematic. For example, anime male plus-size characters are usually depicted as food-loving computer nerds or goofs. And don't even get me started on female characters. Minamo Aoi, along with the rest of the cast from Real Drive, were criticized simply for being drawn a little more realistically than the typical anime-styled girl. Can people chill? I can't. Anyway, back to Jeopardy. Let's see how the audience voted below. Gender, I hardly know her. Okay, let's get to the show. Ryder, you're up.
I'll take gender I hardly know her for 100, Steve.
What is wrong with the following cosplay image?
What is nothing?
Oh, not quite, not quite. Time for a steal.
Their gender bent?
Wrong again.
The makeup doesn't match canon?
No, y'all, no. There's a clock in the background with the numbers out of order. Not rocket science. Was it hard to you, people at home? Shoot, I saw it right away.
All right, look, gender is dead and no one is coming to the funeral besides the suits for Mad Men. A lot of cosplayers enjoy exploring gender through their favorite characters. Cosplay should be an open space where trans and non-binary people can express themselves without judgment. Scratch that, everywhere should be. People who don't think so should get out their best black lace and start mourning because it's not 1952. Ironically enough, cosplay should be the place where gender bending is celebrated. Characters like Uranho's Club's Haruhi and Attack on Titan's Hanj are literally non-binary. And though it's harder to tell if characters like Sailor Uranus or Akito are considered trans in show, their visible gender nonconformity is praised by fans in universe characters alike. So why does it matter if the person cosplaying has a gender that lines up with the character they're portraying? Simple, it doesn't. So leave people alone. But one thing we can't leave alone is the treatment of Black people in animation. Yeah, your first thought was right. It didn't exactly start well. The earliest examples of Black people in animation were racist at best. And what are you talking about? My best friend in middle school was Black and she said I could say that at worst. Early depictions of animated Black people with the pitch black skin and huge pink lips mimicked blackface portrayal of 1850s America. Yikes. Even characters that weren't visibly racist were given stereotypical interests and personalities, or were fueled by nothing but the desire to be the world's greatest rapper. Hey, shout out to Killer B though. That's my dude. I would stream it. So, this stuff didn't even happen all that long ago. Characters in Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon had their skin and clothes fixed when it was dubbed over here in the West because, surprise, they knew what they did. Only in the last decade have we seen a shift in how Black people are designed. Most of the characters in Michiko and Hachin are drawn beautifully as Black and Afro-Latina characters. Canary from Hunter x Hunter is actually like a person with a personality too. I mean, she's beautiful. Can you believe it? Shows like Boondocks and Neo Yokio were actually created and drawn by Black people themselves. And studios like 𝘚𝘌𝙊𝙀𝙀𝙀 are paving the way for behind-the-scenes Black talent. And supporting them is helping to create a more inclusive fan and cosplay community. I mean, look at all these amazing Black animators and artists I know. Wow, beautiful, Amber. Let's go, the homie Lee. All right, Tori, period. That one's by my cousin, Man. Shout out to William. All right, so my final highlight goes to Zeno Robinson, a Black man who is absolutely killing it in the voice acting game. I first saw Zeno at the premiere for My Hero Academia Heroes Rising. He plays none other than Hawks in English dub. You may also know him as Taiga Kagami in the Netflix dub of Kuroko's Basketball, Cyborg in DCU's Young Justice Outsiders, Garfield Tinzel in the English dub of my favorite anime, ReZero Starting Life in Another World, and many, many more. You make us so proud, Zeno. We hope to see more people of color in your field as we continue to push onward toward a more inclusive community. To any people of color who may be hesitant on pursuing a dream due to lack of representation, I encourage you to proudly go for it anyway, because you never know who you may inspire along the way.
All right now, folks, that's all the time we have left for tonight. Tune in next week to see who our winner is, okay? They're competing for fabulous prizes, a $15 Spirit Halloween gift card, and a large packet of safety pins. Every cosplayer's dream. All right, now, good night, folks. Gotta go, okay? Have fun. Signing out, baby.
I know it seems like everything in and around cosplay is negativity, and I'm gonna be real. Yeah, but that isn't even the case in most places. As hard as it is to remember, cosplay communities exist outside of the people who are usually speaking the loudest. Places like Lagos, Singapore, and Chile have their own yearly comic conventions where people of color are free to dress up as whoever they like. Because, well, if everyone at Tokyo Disneyland is Japanese, it doesn't really matter if Elsa is too, right? Now we've even got LGBT-specific cons, and queer creators and fans are popping up more and more. And anime and cartoon lovers of all sizes are feeling more empowered than ever to let themselves into the spotlight. My goal with this show is to make space where anyone cosplaying 𝘚𝘊 can feel welcome. If you are an artist or creator and you have something to share, tag or DM your photos to @I'mARealCNT, and we'll feature you in our next episode. All right, for our next segment, I want to hear what you think about these anime shows and films in a little segment I like to call Binge, Bond, Banish, Anime Edition. Basically, it's F, Marry, Kill, but for anime that are worth a single watch, anime worth growing old with, or anime that you'd banish to the Shadow Realm, if you had to choose. All right, we'll see what you guys pick first, and then I'll let you know what I think. Also, if we cover all the anime that fit these categories, we'd be here all day. So let me know which ones you'd want to see in the comments too. No wrong answers. Let's keep it civil in the comments and begin. All right, round one. We've got some action fighting type shows. Which one of these has the fighting spirit that leaves us wanting more? And which heroes will be put on the B team? We got Naruto, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, My Hero Academia. All right, let's see. I wonder what you guys are going to choose. So I'll give you my answer, even though it's very, very difficult. Personally, I would bond with Naruto because that show has taught me so much. I always say to my mom, Naruto has taught me so much about life, and she laughs at me, but I'd be dead serious. So bond with Naruto. Geez, this is hard. Okay. I love both of these shows very much, so just take it with a grain of salt, I guess. I would binge My Hero Academia, and I would have to banish JoJo's, even though I love Joseph Joestar, when he'd be like, oh my god, and all of it. It's all great. What do you guys think? Let's see what we got here. So 67% of you would binge JoJo's, bond Naruto, and banish My Hero. Dang, I didn't expect that. I mean, I guess it's probably hard to choose. So let's see what you guys chose. Can we get the results? Or I guess that was the results. I guess that was what you guys chose. So we'll go with that. 67%. Y'all chose B. Period. I can dig it. So now a classic. The card anime game. You know, the big three. It's time to duel. We got Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh! What are y'all choosing? I'll go first. So all right, I literally had every VHS that they made for Pokemon when I was a little kid, so I'm gonna have to bond with Pokemon. I would binge Yu-Gi-Oh! Mostly because my older brother, was obsessed. Digimon, I really didn't watch like that. I'm not on the hate Digimon bandwagon. Like, I just genuinely didn't watch it. So that's what I would banish. So you guys said you're 50-50. Okay, binge Digimon, okay. Bond with Yu-Gi-Oh! Banish Pokemon. Okay. Okay, so the winner is binge Pokemon, bond with Yu-Gi-Oh, and banish Digimon. I feel it. I dig it. I dig it. All right, so finally, and this is so close to people's hearts, so if it gets hard, I get it. But which one of these Studio Ghibli classics could you not live without? Let's see. So honestly, one of the first anime anything that I ever watched was Spirited Away, and Haku was so fine to me. So that's gonna be my bonding one. Ugh, the last two. This is really hard. I hope I don't make y'all mad. So let's say binge Kiki's and banish Totoro. I'm so sorry, whoever I made upset with that one, because I know somebody mad. Okay, it looks like y'all are actually kind of on the same page as me. The majority says binge My Neighbor Totoro, bond Spirited Away, banish Kiki's. Okay, all right, I get it. It's all good. Let's see what the winner ends up being, even though you can kind of tell. Oh, looks like somebody changed, but yeah, the winner is E. We got binge My Neighbor Totoro, bond Spirited Away, banish Kiki's. All right, that was fun. Thanks for playing. I know that may have been a little bit difficult because of some great stuff, but it was really great seeing how much you love these anime and why. Keep the comments coming and I might read them on the show. Next, help me give a round of applause for the extraordinarily talented cosplayer, model, wig designer, vlogger, and an overall beautiful soul, Becca. Becca!
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up? You look so beautiful. You're just glowing. Oh, yes, period. It's so great to have you. Thank you so much for coming. How are you? How's your day been?
If I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I've been kind of groggy. I kind of took a nap earlier, even though I woke up. I tried to get stuff done, but it wasn't working out. So I was like, you know what? Let me just take a nap and reset. You know, yeah. So that's what I did.
Beautiful.
And now I'm here
That's
with you. Your beautiful face.
Yes, I'm so glad you're here. We're gonna have a really good time. So, without further ado, I'll go ahead and ask you some questions. So, my first question for you is, how did you first get into cosplay? And what was your first cosplay?
Okay. I first got into cosplay because I went to this festival in Brooklyn called the Sakura Matsuri. And there I saw so many cool people dressed up as my favorite characters. And I was like, oh my god, y'all look so dope. I want to do this too.
Yes.
And of course I've seen cosplay on the internet and things like that, but just seeing it in person was just such a better experience. I don't know. It's a lot different. So from then on, I was like, the next time I come here, I have to cosplay. So my very first cosplay was actually 𝘚𝘌𝙊𝙐 from Bleach. It was really revealing
Oh,
cosplay, and I never
cute.
went outside with it, but I was happy to just dress up
Experiences.
inside. Yeah.
Yes. That's super
Of
dope.
course.
I
Thank you.
love it. Well, my next question for you is, can you recount any awkward or bad encounters you have had when it comes to cosplaying? I guess while black, and then what are some challenges you've come across?
Oh my gosh, I have so many stories. Um,
I
well,
bet.
the the funny thing is that prior to COVID, going to conventions and things like that, you don't really get
Yeah.
those type of comments, well, nasty comments in person. When it comes to
Mhm.
the internet, people are so bold. They would say anything to you. So a lot of the comments
They're
I
like,
tend
I'm
to get,
behind this computer
unfortunate,
screen.
and the anonymity of it. I don't know. I might have said that wrong, but being
That's
anonymous
how I would
takes a
have said
big
it.
toll on
Yeah.
them. Yeah, it takes a
Yeah.
big toll on the things that they say. So I tend to get comments, unfortunately, such as, mixing up the N word with the character's name, and then they call me a hybrid of that, or I've been called the burnt version of characters, or just a whole bunch of really nasty comments. Um,
No.
yeah. So
That is
yeah, I
really
just
crazy.
feel like every time myself or another black cosplayer posts a cosplay, unfortunately, we have to kind of prepare ourselves to be, I just get thrown those type of comments.
For
Yeah.
sure. And I mean, fortunately, I guess for yourself and me as well, and a lot of other people we know, we are able to come to the conclusion like, this is obviously a person that's insecure. Like you said, they feel comfort behind the computer and they just want to run their
Mm-hmm.
mouths and be seen, and they're just mad. And so
Mm-hmm.
we'll leave it at that. Keep doing what you're doing because you are amazing at it. um,
Thank you.
so. Though Black people and many underrepresented communities are often excluded or poorly represented in anime and in cosplay circles, why do you think there are so many of us that still choose to take part in this community?
Um, I think at the end of the day, it's just something that brings us joy. Um, and it's really fun hobby to do with your friends, especially if you're going to a convention, all your friends dress up, you get to meet up, have a good time, all of that. Um, so I think for most of us, even though we do get those nasty comments from time to time, we try our best not to let those few bad apples ruin a good thing for us. At least that's what me and my
Mhm.
friends try to do.
Absolutely. It's such an amazing like experience that to the point where I mean those few bad apples like they can't even touch the level of joy that it brings, you know?
Hmm.
So, it's like
Or even the
rolls off your
support,
shoulders.
because I feel like
Yes.
for every few bad apples and few bad comments, there's always 100, 1,000 more people that support you and love what you're doing. So I think
Yes.
that support always outweighs the negativity.
Totally agree. And like just the people that are always like, thank you for doing this, you know, because it's all about just supporting one another and helping to let people know, like, hey, it's okay. Like, you can do whatever you
Yeah,
want, you know. There's always going to be some hater somewhere, but it's about you doing what makes you happy. All right.
exactly.
So you're currently in the process of opening an online storefront, KB Wigs, that specializes in styling wigs for Black people and people of color. So many of your cosplays
So,
highlight hairstyling, and you do an absolutely incredible job with hair. As many people know,
thank
it's not easy to
you.
find accurately. You are so welcome. So it's not so easy to find accurately textured or well styled wigs for Black people and people of color. In your experience, why is styling Afro textured hair and wigs so important for Black cosplayers?
Um, For me, I would say it's really important for me because my goal when cosplaying is to cosplay in the way that best suits me. I'm not going for maximum accuracy or anything like that. I see what the character is
Mhm.
wearing and how they look. I'm like, okay, how can I make that look work on me? I want to be the
Yes.
best version of myself in that cosplay. So I think for myself and a lot of other cosplayers, sometimes we don't really feel comfortable sporting wigs that are straight haired, and we just don't think that it
Mhm.
would suit us. So I think that Afro textured wigs that are also good for cosplays are a great alternative for that. So I think one of my first times doing that was for my Canary and Todoroki cosplay, and I got overwhelmingly amount of like
Yes,
great
because they were
support after
fire.
doing. Yeah, so many people were so receptive to it. So I was like, okay, this is really awesome because I guess a lot of Black cosplayers and Black people that were interested in cosplay never knew that that was an option for them. So I
For
felt really
sure.
happy that I was able to bring that, aspect to life.
That is so amazing. And that's so true. Like, I love that you've been taking cosplay and like truly making it into your own. And by being the genuine spirit that you are, like, you're creating more space and like representation for other people that look like us. So you're dope.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes, of course. So, my last question for you. At its best moments, how does cosplaying make you feel as a model, as an artist, and as a fan?
Um, I feel pretty powerful and pretty accomplished, really, because depending on the cosplay, a cosplay can take anywhere from a few days to a few months. So when you finally get that cosplay together, it's just like, oh my god, I did it, I look great, and then you get
Yeah.
that like receptive comments from people who are like, oh my god, thank you, I worked so hard on this. Um,
Mhm.
and yeah, just being that representation to people that look like me, that are interested in cosplay or are currently in the cosplay community, I feel like that's
Mhm.
just incomparable, just being that representation and, being that source for other people that look like me. It makes me really happy.
Totally agree. That is so great. Like I said, you're amazing. I'm like a huge fan,
Thank
and
you.
thank you for everything that you do. Like, you're just very inspiring. So, not to get too
Thank
soft, because
you.
I'm definitely a Cancer and I will keep on going. we're we're gonna play a game, and it's called Can You Not? So we're gonna ask
Okay.
questions and see if we can find the one lie, the not, out of the three options. We challenge you to play along in the comments and see how well you did. Also, no looking things up because that is cheating. So, I'll start off with a trivia question. Which of these titles is not a real anime, Becca? We've got Don't Assume We're in a Frog Romance, Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, and All Purpose Cultural Cat Girl Nuku Nuku Dash. Which one's fake?
Ah, this is tough. I know for sure B is an anime. I've never heard of
Okay.
A or C in my life. I want to go with, I feel like C is a trap. I'm gonna go with C. I feel like C is not a real one. I feel like that's a trap. Yeah.
Okay, it looks like you got some people down here agreeing with you. Unfortunately, you and the audience got it wrong. Look, C
Dang
looks
it.
so wrong. I was like, I've never heard of that myself. So, but yeah, so Don't Assume We're in a Frog Romance was the correct answer, but that's okay. You've got some more questions. We can bring it back. So,
Okay, I'm ready.
which of these is not an anime that I've watched? So if you had to
What? How am
guess,
I
what would
supposed
you
to
guess I
know?
have? I know. But okay, think about, I guess, different anime that are popular or whatever, and be like, I'm pretty sure she's seen that. So, based on
Okay.
that logic, which one would you guess I have not seen?
I would go with C. I've never heard of Roka Braves of the Six Flower. I've heard of Mr. Osamatsu and I've heard of Cowboy Bebop. The last one I
Mm-hmm.
haven't, but then you might be that one person to go watch that really out there anime. And it's, I'm just gonna stick with C. I hope. I
Okay,
hope it's C.
okay. Let's see. We got some votes for Mr. Osumatsu. We got some votes for Roka Braves of the The answer was B. I
I
set
don't
that
like
one
this
up
game.
because I know. I'm so sorry. I had to make it hard because last time Crystal was on here guessing every doggone question in 2 seconds. So
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
Dang.
it was so easy. Like, it was something Naruto related, which she already was like.
Why would you ask Crystal Naruto related questions?
It was like a
That's
silhouette
not
thing. I'm like,
fair.
who's this? She's like, Naruto next. All right, so yeah, Cowboy Bebop. That was a little trick question because I feel like that one out of those three was probably the most popular. But it's all good.
Yeah.
So last question: which one of these is not an embarrassing moment from when I was first cosplaying? A, my
Ooh.
first time in Artist Alley at Anime Expo. I almost walked away with stickers that I thought were free and they weren't free. Or B, when I cosplayed Deku, my mask was made of red duct tape, wall paint, and hot glue gun, and it sent me to the cosplay repair room 5 times. Or C, I let my friends cover my eyes at a con and walk me right into Hentai Alley. Which one is the lie?
Oh, which one is the lie? I want to go with B. Oh, dang.
Oh,
Yikes. Hate that for me. I feel like A is something that someone would actually do at a con, so I thought that was so
right.
believable.
So out of like, of course I'm the one where the two least believable ones actually happened to me. So when I went to Anime Expo, I was cosplayed as Deku. For anybody cosplaying as Deku, do not make the mask out of cardboard, red duct tape, and like silver wall paint. It will fall apart. And
No.
yes, my friends did cover my eyes and walk me into the hentai alley. And wow, what a sight to see. But yeah, the most simple one, that never happened to me. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I
I
made it
tried
too
my
far.
best.
That's okay. That's okay. Like, just having you on the show is a huge win. We are so grateful to have you, Becca. And thank you for playing.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course. It was so lovely to have you. And I just wanted to know, is there anything coming up for you that you want to tell our audience about?
Oh yeah, my Afro textured wigs, my Afro textured like cosplay, inspired wigs. They're gonna drop
Mhm.
next month. I'm so excited to show the world
Woo!
what I have in store. Woo! Yeah, I think that's the
Yes.
only announcement I have. Yeah.
That is amazing. Thank you so much, Becca, for being such a great guest. And everybody, please go check out Becca's line. Follow her on her handles at Sia here. We've got it there on the screen, and she's got more information about KV Wigs. Make sure y'all check it out. And on that note, Becca, I just want to say thank you so much again for coming on with us. It was so great talking to you and like getting your insight on cosplaying and your experience and just getting to know you.
Thank you for having me, Mo. It was a pleasure. This was fun.
Yes, it was fun. I'm glad you enjoyed it. And also, this was our first time getting to really talk because we're online
Yes.
friends. So it's so dope. It's crazy because I feel like I know you already, which I guess I do, but now it's like solidified. So thank you again.
Yeah. Our bond is stronger now.
Yes. All right, Becca,
Right.
have a wonderful rest of your night, and I will hopefully
You
talk to you
too.
soon.
Okay, bye.
Wow, she's so great, y'all. So, I'm checking in with you. What do you guys think of the show? This is episode 2. Were you surprised by some of the trivia? Tell me what you think. Got any questions for me? Let me see. I know I saw one of Taylor's chats pop or comments pop up, but I was in the middle of listening to Becca and didn't want to interrupt. So, what's up, Taylor? Your favorite senpai? Let's see. Tomboy Taylor, a different Taylor says, "Girl, you know those stickers weren't free. Don't lie." You know, they be looking free. If you ever go into Artist Alley, like the way everything is set up, if you've never been in there before, you probably like, "Oh, that's cute. I like I seen that show before. I want a sticker." What other comments do we have? This show is so much fun. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I do not want to mess up your name. Looks like 𝘚𝘌𝙊𝙬𝙀𝙀. I hope I said that right, and if I didn't, please forgive me. People mess up my name all the time. Monia. Yeah. Let's see if we got any other comments. That's it. That's all they're gonna fly me in for now. So let's move on. So we're at basically the end of our episode. Oh wait, we got one more comment from Lee. What up, Lee? The homie. The production is really dope, especially the use of assets, and the pacing is good. Thank you so much, Lee. Just so you guys know, Lee is one of the artists that we showed earlier in the show. He made the beautiful picture of the woman with the afro, and he's super dope. He also fights, so shout out to Lee. All right. So like I said, we're nearing the end of our episode. Before we wrap up, I want to thank our sponsors, Hovercast, for making this live stream today fun and interactive, the amazing writers and producers of CNT, and my partner, Hot Topic. We wouldn't be able to do any of this without you. So last thing before you go, we got to pick my next cosplay, all right? So what do you guys think? Go ahead and select your answer. You know I love my gender benders, so that's why you see the first two. We got Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. Amazing anime. If you have not seen it, go ahead. That artwork is insane. We got Virgil Hawkins, aka Static from Static Shock. That one would be dope. We got Wanda Maximoff from WandaVision and, you know, a lot of other movies in the Marvel Universe. Go ahead and make your decision. I'm curious to see. So far, we have Wanda. Hey, somebody chose Static. Yes, we got two. Y'all are making me so happy. That may or may not secretly be the one I'm hoping y'all choose. But, you know, I'm not going to sway. Okay, see, look. Now it went down. We got Wanda for the majority. Everybody loves Wanda. That's cool. I'm cool with Wanda. That's cool. Let's see. We're almost at the end of the voting. It looks like Wanda's gonna be it. I'm gonna have to. Yep. Wanda Maximoff. That's fine. I'm cool with that. I'll do Static another day. Make sure you're following You Don't Even Cosplay on Instagram so you can catch it if I decide to do that Static another time. But next episode, yes, you will see me in my Wanda Maximoff cosplay. And all right, we're officially at the end of our show. Be sure to tune in next week for the sex scene with special guest Sydney Washington. You're not going to want to miss out. Make sure you're subscribed to CNT, by the way. Speaking of not wanting to miss out, do you want exclusive behind-the-scenes content, an invitation to a Zoom Q&A, or even a personal cosplay shopping trip from me? Check out CNT's Patreon, where for as little as $3 per month, you can get some amazing benefits. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. I am so grateful. And again, my name is Monia Ashibi, and I hope to see you for our next episode of You Don't Even Cosplay. Thank you. You don't even cosplay.